your space. Let's just start with the march. You, of course, need weights today. Weights and a mat. That's it. Good. Just keep marching here. Take your march out wide. And bring it into the center. Good morning, Dabney. And again, take it out wide. Back to the center. And then one more time out wide. We're going to leave it out wide here. 4, 3, 2, 1. Planting the feet here into a squat. Down and up. Warming your legs up. As you squat, your foot is nice and solid on the floor. You're not in the toes. Keep everything relaxed. Now I want you to push the hips back and squeeze at the top. Shoulders come back. Good, give me 4 more. 3, 2, and 1. All right, bringing your feet about hip distance apart, taking one elbow inside the knee to the fist, and the other arm is gonna rotate towards the ceiling and back down. Give me 5 on this side and then switch. Pushing back with your hips. And after 5, the other arm comes in between the knees and rotate away. Remember, it's not just the arm that's swinging, you're rotating and opening the torso. When you're done with 5, bring both hands on top of your legs here. We're gonna round the back up and drop it down to flat. Do it again, round the back, tuck the chin, tuck the head, and then flatten everything out. Up and down. Give me 1 more here. Flatten the back out. Spin your fingers around to the outsides of your legs. Turning, look over your right shoulder. Press the left shoulder towards the floor. And switch, everything shifts over to the other side. Turn and look over the left shoulder. And 1 more on each side. Turn and look. Last one here. Turn and look. Come back to the center. Rounding everything up to the center. Both arms come up here. Alternating knee lifts in the center. Driving your toes down into the floor. Reach your arms way up overhead. Lift. Breathe. 4, 3, 2. Take it to a straight leg here. Reach it out from the heel. Pull the toes back. Lengthen the leg. Staying nice and tall. Try to get that leg up while your posture stays tall. 4, 3, and take it to a hamstring curl. Arms pull back and the heels come up behind you. Good, keep going. These are singles. We're gonna change it to doubles after 3, 2, now give me 2 on the right, 2 on the left. Keep going, 2 on each side. Good, 1 more set on each side. And we're gonna bring it to a stop with 1 heel out in front. Bring your toes back, sitting back and lifting up right here. Push back with the hips. Dig your heel into the floor and pull your toes back. Lengthening the back side of your leg. Hold this one down. If you can keep good posture, reach down, grab the toes and pull them back. And now the entire leg from the hip turns in and out. Keep pulling the toes back, pushing back with your hips. You have a flat back here. 3, 2, 1. Round it up and switch. Heel down, toes up, push back and lift. Push back. Chest is up, shoulders are back. Sit the hips way back to that wall behind you. Give me 1 more here. Holding this next one down. And again, once again, if you can keep the posture, keep pulling the toes back, flatten the spine. Breathe, and then the whole leg starts to turn in and out. Keep pushing back with the hips, pulling back with the toes. 3, 2, and 1. Planting the feet a little bit wider right here, back to a squat. Down and up. 4, 3. We're gonna add the arms here. 2, and 1. Dropping the arms, we're gonna take it up into a left side reach and a right side reach. Spinning onto the back toes. Let the arms swing into a scoop, down and up. Nice. Really spinning. 4, 3, 2, and one. Bringing the feet together. We're gonna alternating a step back lunge right here. Take the arms, reach them out wide and overhead. Bending both knees here. Good, keep this going. Sit back into the front heel as you step back. 5, 4, 3, 2. We're gonna hold this one back. Hold it back. Take your hips, tuck them under, drop down, push forward. Take the back arm straight across. Pull, straighten out the elbow. Good, release the arm, step the foot in, and the other foot steps way back behind you. Tuck the hips under, drop down, push from that back hip. Take the other arm straight across. Good. All right, we're gonna start with some walking squats. Release that, step in. So dumbbells or no dumbbells, up to you. So we're working legs first. I'm gonna start myself way over here on the side. Okay, so however much room you have will dictate how many squats you're gonna do. But we're gonna start here, dumbbells are down by your side. Step out and together, out and together. So if you've got room for 4, that's what I'm looking for. If you've got room for 3 or 5 or whatever, use the space that you've got. So keep this going. Just make sure that whatever you do, you even it up on the other side. Good, your dumbbells are resting right here on top of the legs. Good, when you're low, your legs are wide. When you're tall, your feet are together. Nice. Keep this going. Big steps. Good. Great way to warm up here. Good, big lateral steps, bending both knees equally here. 10 toes pointing straight ahead. All right, we're gonna do 2 more stretches out and back, or shorten it up if you need to. All right, I'm gonna do 4 more steps to the right and 4 more steps to the left. Meet me back in the center. We're gonna move on to a bicep curl variation. I'm gonna lighten my weights just a little bit. All right, so a hammer curl means that your palms are facing each other, okay? So what we're gonna do here, rather than a full curl just like this, we're gonna bring it up to about a little more than 90 degrees, a little less than 90 degrees at the elbows. So we're gonna drop one straight down, drop the other one straight down. So one is active, well, they're both active. One is moving, one is holding that stationary position. Right here, keep it going. Nice light grip. So this is a hammer curl variation. Dropping that dumbbell all the way down to a straight arm. Don't lose the bottom part of that curl. Where it's harder. Swing it past your hip. Under control. Good. All right, we're gonna get 10 more singles, 5 more on each side, right here. Looking good, relax the grip just enough to hold on. All right, when you finish your 10, we're gonna bring it all the way down to the side and you got 10 more reps with just regular bicep curls here. All the way down by your side. Biceps should be warming up. Go relax the shoulders, elbows in tight by your side. Good. And when you're done, relax. We're gonna take a split stance here. Okay, so we're again gonna do a variation of a deadlift, okay? If deadlifts aren't for you, maybe you go into a squat, something that's more friendly for you. Taking that back foot back here, up on your back toes. We're gonna keep a slight bend in the front leg, taking those dumbbells, reach down. As I reach down, I shift back into my hips and my supporting leg, my kickstand leg is doing a little knee bend, but my front leg is not doing much different. So we're reaching down and standing up. Push the hips back and forward. Count these on your own. You've got 12 reps on each side. So remember that kickstand leg is the one that's doing a little bit more bend as you reach. Keep a flat back. You should feel the back of the front leg doing some work. Push the hips back and stand. Shoulders come back. Breathe. After you get 12, switch it over to the other side. Kickstand leg, remember that's the one that's changing at the knee. Front leg stays stable. Slight bend in the knee. Push into the heel as you reach. 12 on each side. All right, when you're done, everybody up when you're done. Looks good, you guys. All right, next move. Lots of combinations here. Is a combination. You're gonna think 8 counts here. So we're gonna do a 2-legged deadlift reach. One up, one down, stand up, a curl, a press, in and down. So watch here. We're gonna go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. It's a deadlift, a row, stand up, a curl, and a press. Here we go. Reach, row, down, up, curl, press, in. You got it. Breathing. No momentum here. Very precise movements. All right, so if some part of this movement doesn't work for you, pick the part that works a little bit better. Reach. Count it out to yourself if you need to. It's an 8-count move. So it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Feels like dance class, right? Good job, you guys. All right, wherever you are, we're gonna get 5 more total. So it takes all 8 counts to equal 1. Good. If you're keeping with me, this is number 3. Do what you can today. 4, one more. And relax. All right, the next move, we're gonna do legs here. With or without the weights, we're stepping one foot way out in front and the other foot way back behind you. If you need something to balance, grab a chair, the couch, the wall. You're coming up on your back toes. Dumbbells are either off to the side or on the floor, whatever you wanna pick. We're gonna do a stationary lunge, pulsing for 15 on each side. So a pulse is a little squat right here. 15 on each side, driving into the front heel. You're up on the back toes. Shoulders are back, head is up. 15 on each. When you're done, reset. Up on the back toes, tuck the hips. Feels good, right? All right, when you're done, bring it in. We're moving on for our last move standing before we repeat. Bringing the feet closer together, bent over position. Elbows are up here. Keep them up there. The bottom half of the arm goes into a kickback and in. So you're only moving from the elbow down. Triceps. So get your elbows up in the air, as high as you can get them. Good, no rocking, no swinging. Controlled. Breathe wherever you are, give me 10 more. All right, when you're done, you get a water break. Take a moment. All right, you've seen everything that we're gonna do standing. So if you need to make any little adjustments, you know what to do. You need to change your weights if you've got options, grab them. All right, so we're starting with our lateral walking squats. Starting yourself over on one side of the room. 4 to the right, 4 to the left, or however many you have room for. Begin. Good job, you guys. Squeeze the glutes at the top. Coming up perfectly tall. Good. All right, we got 2 more out and backs. One more out and back. All the way back, and we're meeting in the middle for bicep curls with a variation. All right, bringing your dumbbells into that hammer curl position. Remember hammer, like you're gonna hammer something. All right, so we're coming up to that position right here. Relax the grip. We drop it down, back up, down, back up. Good. Breathe. Remember, no swing, no momentum. Control. All the way down past your hip. Straight as you can get that arm. Nice. Nothing better to do today, right? Right. Come on. All right, wherever you are, give me 10 more, 5 more on each side. All right, after you finish 10, bring both arms down by your side. You got 10 full singles right here. No rocking. Remember, you're not using your back to help you. Arms only. Should be getting a little heavier here. All right, moving on, getting into our kickstand deadlift. So we're gonna stagger your step. We got 1 foot in the front. You're staggered here, you're up on your back toes. Remember, the back knee is the one that's gonna bend. That front knee stays mostly stable here. Here we go, we're gonna reach down and drive it up. You've got 12 on each leg, making sure that you're keeping a flat back, head up, shoulders back. Shifting the weight into the front heel. Feel the back of your leg and up into your glutes. Remember, the back knee's doing the bending. Breathe. 12 on each side. Staggered step. If you're having trouble with your balance, widen that back leg just a bit. Weight shift into the heel. Nice form, you guys. Next up, we got our 8 count move. Bending over, a row, standing up into a curl press. All right, we're gonna do 15 of these, okay? 15 of the 8 count moves. So here we go, your refresher. Our stance about hip distance apart. We deadlift down, 1 row, deadlift up, curl press overhead. 15. Good. The better you get with it, the more they kind of blend together. Go at your own pace. Smooth. No rocking. Looks good, you guys. 15 is your number. I have no idea what number I'm on. Janet, you seem to be on pace with me. I'll go till you go, till you stop. We could be here all day, right? Trust you. Oh. We gotta be close, right? All right, moving on. When you finish, we're getting in that giant staggered position for our stationary lunge pulse. Dumbbells either on the floor or next to you, or you can even hold them up here on your shoulders. Whatever you prefer, you got 15 pulses on each side. Here we go. Shoulders back, tall. 15 and switch. Big step back, up on the back toes. All right, when you're done, one more before water. You remember what it was? Kickbacks, tricep kickbacks. So we're bringing the feet together, bending the knees, flatten your back, push back with the hips, elbows are up. Here we go, straight back and in. If you're counting along at home, you're gonna do 20. That's negotiable. Good, push back with the hips. Elbows up. Water when you finish. One more round. It's humid, isn't it? All right, one more round. I'm gonna push the pace a little bit. You can push back. Keep your own pace. All right, we're starting with our lateral walking squats. Okay? With or without your dumbbell. Step yourself way over to the left or the right, whatever. All right, you got 4 out, 4 back, or whatever you've turned it into. Nice work, you guys. Big steps. Push the hips back. Squeeze the glutes at the top. All right, you got 3 more out and backs. Should be getting close. When you finish, moving on to our bicep curls, hammer curls. All right, meet me in the middle when you're ready. Okay, coming into that stationary position. We drop it down and up. Good, put the brakes on right there at the top. Nice. Good, you're staying in a steady state of contraction here, right at the bicep. You probably feel that. 10 more singles. Counting every single one. When you're done with the singles, take both arms together, drop them down by your side. You got 10 more together. Always negotiable. And we're getting into that staggered position and that kickstand position for your deadlift. Right leg is forward, left toes are behind you for your kickstand. Remember, coming down, keeping that straight front leg just as straight as it starts. We're right here, 12 on each side, bending into the leg that's behind your kickstand. 12 is your number. Head up, chest up, shoulders back. Twelve and switch. All right, when you're done, little posture break before we go into our 8-count move. If you're ready for your 8 counts, you can go ahead. You've got 15 reps. Feet hip distance apart, little bend in the knee, deadlift. 1 row, stand, curl press. 15. I think I'm gonna count this time. Good. Looking good, guys. Don't lose the form. No rocking. When you finish, going into your stationary pulse lunges, 15 on each side, with or without your dumbbells. Split stance. Remember, if you need that balance, take that foot out a little wider behind you. Up on your back toes, tall. Here we go, 15 and switch. Good. When you finish, 20 tricep kickbacks before we head to the floor. At your own speed, bent over, elbows up. Twenty. Flat back. No rounded backs here. All right, when you're done, grab your mat, a quick drink. You're gonna need 1 dumbbell down here on the floor. Come on down. 1 dumbbell, we're gonna use it for bridges. All right, coming down onto your back to start. Keep your dumbbell off to the side. You're not going to need it just yet. All right, So I'm going to show you the first move in its easiest form, okay? We're going to start seated with your legs apart. We're going to do a tiny lean back. We're going to come up, crunch and rotate, touching the opposite foot, okay? If you want to increase the intensity there, we're going to start from a lying down position. Okay, so we come up and touch, come up and touch. Whichever one you choose, we're going to do 10 on each side, alternating for 20. Here we go. So you're either seated or lying down. Exhale as you come up. When you finish, you're going to need your dumbbell, lie all the way down. All right, always be careful picking up your dumbbells when you're here on the floor. Okay, we're gonna hold that dumbbell on the ends. If this dumbbell is just not cutting it for you, just put it off to the side. We're gonna take the soles of the feet together and let your your knees fall out to the side. We're taking that dumbbell right across your hip bones here, lifting the hips up off the floor. We lift into a bridge and down right here. Single counts, squeezing the glutes up and down. Keep the knees open, press the feet together as you lift. Lift and lower. Squeeze and release. Start counting right now, you got 20. It'll get better. Squeeze. $20 is your number. And after your last one, place your dumbbell off to the side. Stay in that lying position. Bring your knees up and feet come off the floor. Okay, so I want you, in this position, you should have contact with your low back right here on the floor, okay? So if at any point you lose contact, you need to reposition your legs. We're gonna bring both arms up. We're going into a dead bug. So if you look around, it's my garage. You'll see some of these around. All right, so we're gonna take our right arm and extend it out, the left leg and extend it out. So I've got opposites right here. I'm gonna bring it back to the center, then the left arm and the right leg. So find your rhythm right here. And you've got 10 on each side, alternating opposites, trying to keep contact at the lower back. Extend, point through the toes. So if you're losing contact, maybe that leg that's not moving needs to kind of start to inch towards your chest as you extend the other leg. It's gonna help you keep contact, help you contract your abs a little bit more. 20 total, 10 on each side. Good job. When you're done, we're gonna roll over onto your stomach. Slow and controlled here. Take a little back break if you need it. And we're gonna roll over, meet me on your stomach. We're moving on to a forearm plank variation. Always a variation, I get bored, sorry. All right, so I'm gonna show you the full move first. If you don't like it, it's just a forearm plank or on your hands. All right, so we're gonna come up here, line the elbows underneath your shoulders, and then your hands extend straight out from the elbows. Feet are apart in a full plank. I'm gonna roll over and touch the floor on the other side of that straight leg. Okay, so once again, if you would prefer to just do a forearm plank, hold it until we finish. If you join me, we're doing 20 single touches, 10 on each side. Trying to keep your hips low. A little roll over. Feel the obliques kick in as you tap. Everything staying strong here. When you're done with 20, push back into child's pose. Nice work, you guys. Trying to keep your body as long and level as you can. Good job. When you finish, push back into a child's pose, relax the back. And then we're rolling over. All right, so we started with this one here. Whether you started here, leaning back, or you were all the way down on the floor. Whichever one was yours. You've got 20, 10 on each side. You can always adjust the number. It's just a suggestion. After 20, bring it down. Carefully grab your dumbbell. We're going into those frog bridges. Soles of the feet come together, knees fall out to the side. Don't rush if you're still working on your crunches there. Bring the dumbbell to your lap. We lift the hips up off the floor, 20 bridges. Here we go. Squeeze and release. Being real intentional with each rep. Don't rush. Knees stay falling open. Squeeze and release. After 20, carefully putting your dumbbell off to the side, bring the soles of the feet to the floor. Legs come up and off the ground. Find that right position your legs need to be to have contact with your lower back. Arms are up, right arm, left leg, and switch. 20, remember you're pulling that stable leg into the chest, trying to create more distance between your legs. Try to keep the low back on the floor. Your abs have to keep contracted to make it happen. 20, 10 each, and then we flip over. All right, when you finish, rolling over for our forearm plank, whatever that looks like for you. Remember, you don't have to plank on your toes. If you're gonna do the little rolls, you probably should, but if you wanna plank, you can also plank on your knees here. All right, whichever you pick, here we go. We got 20 taps, or just hold that plank. Rotating the hips, turn the obliques on. Child's pose at the end. All right, guys, we're gonna move on to a speed round. Roll it over, either from your seated position with your legs apart or all the way down on the floor. Instead of 10 on each side, we got 5 on each side. So 10 total. Ready, set, go. Five on each. When you finish with that, bend the knees, carefully get your dumbbell, place your dumbbell on your hips, frog position, soles of the feet together. We're not gonna speed on this one. Hips up off the floor, 20 bridges right here. Looks good, you guys. 20. Carefully bring that dumbbell off and out of your way. Legs up, find the right spot for your lower back. Arms out. All right, here we go. Alternating, if you'd like, lift the head. Once again, 20. Not much of a speed round, huh? Bend the knees in, relax your back when you finish. We made it to the final one. Rolling yourself over into your forearm plank, knees, toes, just a hold or alternating toe taps with that hip rotation. Ready, on your mark, get set, begin. I'm gonna suggest you do whatever number you wanna do. I'm gonna do 20. Don't feel pressure. Meeting me in a child's pose. Bring the forehead to the floor, arms behind you. Take your head, a little rock from right to left on your forehead. Relax your neck. Oh, feels good to be done. Don't leave yet. Hands under your shoulders. Bring yourself up onto all fours. Push your knees back just a bit. Coming into your tabletop position, round your back. Tuck your chin and tuck your hips into that cat. Drop your belly button, head up, hips up. And again, tuck around, pushing away from the floor with your hands. Drop and lift. One more here, tuck and round. Should feel really good on your back. And drop and lift. All right, pushing yourself up to a tall kneeling position right here. We're gonna take one leg. I'm gonna shift myself over to the left. Get my right leg out from underneath of me. Straddle right here. Okay, you got hands on either side of this leg. Taking your toes, pull them back. Take your upper body, round over the leg. Drop your head. Try to keep that front knee as straight as you can. And then like we did in the beginning, the whole leg from the hip joint is going to start to roll in and out. Keep pulling the toes back. And relax. Take both hands over to the left side. Take the right leg out from underneath of you. Shift over to the right side. Take your left leg out from underneath of you. And then straddling that leg, hands on either side, pull the toes back. Let the upper body drop. Round out over the leg. And then slowly start to rotate the leg from the hip joint, rolling it in and out. And release. Walk both hands over to the right side. Take that leg out from underneath of you. Both hands out in front of you, feet apart. Tuck your toes under, then walk yourself back until you're in a little squat. Extend out, drop your head, drop your arms. Straighten out the legs until you have a little bend in the knees. You're in a forward fold here. Grabbing opposite elbows, let your upper body sway from right to left. Totally relaxed. Hold it in the center. Release the elbows. Take your hands to your shins. Start to straighten out your knees. Straighten out your back and look forward. And then bending the knees, slide the hands up the legs and slowly roll all the way up till you're at the top. The shoulders come back. My head's cut off. All right, we're going to do a little head circle here. Very slowly circle all the way around. Relax the shoulders down beside you. Do 2 in this direction. Pop, crack, crackle. Okay, stopping your chin at your chest and go the other way for 2. All right, bring your head to the center. Taking your hands, clasp your fingers behind you. Roll the shoulders back and lift straight arms away. Improve.